these trees are supposed to be impervious to salt. Maybe it's not salt.
Yes, Susan, I know. Give me a minute. I'll get to it.
It could also be the soil. It wasn't because the other trees all got salt. Why was it just those two?
They're on both sides of the street,
They're on opposite sides of the street.
one on each side.
Mm-hmm.
So one side gets more salt because it doesn't get any sun, so
Well, okay, that's for one side. What about the other side?
I don't have it, it's just,
I want to hear all the excuses, yeah.
I can come up with more, just let me think about it.
Yeah, I believe.
Because out in Illinois, Iowa, they don't use sand, it's all salt. I recommend a different kind of tree because they've been up for 20 years and the salt doesn't bother them. Oh, no. Get a better idea.
Well, that should be a no-brainer.
Show my. Let's see. Headphone mode. Don't bug me.
All right, guys, 6 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order in the absence of the chairman. If you would please join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so the first item on the agenda is the election of a chairman for this coming year. At this time, I will open the floor for nominations.
I nominate Sarah.
Second.
Sarah has been nominated as chairman. Are there any other nominations?
Move to close nominations.
Second.
All those in favor for Sarah? Congratulations. And that is yours.
Now we have nominations for the vice chair of the board. Are there any nominations for vice
I
chair?
nominate Bill Maloney.
Are there any other nominations?
I'll second.
Any final nominations? Calling for a vote, all those in favor of Bill as vice chair? 4-0.
Thank you.
All right, moving right along, approval of treasurer's warrants, payroll warrants for June 9th and June 16th, 2023.
Move to approve payroll warrants of June 9 and June 16, 2023.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Accounts payable warrants for June 13th and June 20th, 2023.
Move to approve the accounts payable warrants of June 13 and June 20, 2023.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. And I would be remiss if I didn't say welcome back to Pam and welcome back to Terry. Congratulations on your election. Number 4, approval of the minutes for June 6th, 2023.
Move to approve the minutes from June 6, 2023.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions, discussions, edits? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Motion passes 3-0-1. I don't believe we have any special presentations or awards. Committee appointments, Wisconsin Board of Appeals Committee, Thomas Edward Eichler.
Move to approve Thomas Edward Eichler, appointed to the Board of Appeals Committee.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Wisconsin Shellfish Committee, Scott James.
Move to approve Scott James, appointment to the Shellfish Committee.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. We do not have any public hearings today. Public comment, anyone from the public wish to speak on any non-agenda items? Yes, please come forward and state your name for the record.
My name is Richard Reese. I'm president of the Maine Art Gallery here in Wiscasset. Congratulations to the chairman. Congratulations to the vice chairman. I just wanted to take an opportunity to publicly thank the citizens of Wiscasset for approving the appropriation of matching funds for grants that the gallery may be awarded for preservation work on the Maine Art Gallery. All those proceeds, whether they be the towns or the grants, will be going to the old Academy building, which, as we know, the city owns. On the ownership issue, we had a non-binding referendum, something that the town clerk advises me is tantamount to a survey. And the results there were certainly not a mandate for any direction. It was 48% for, 46% against, and 6% undecided when you look at all ballots. We hope to have a good discussion about that going forward. I would hope that as the select board takes a look at bringing on economic development professional on staff or getting that advice, that we think about the fact that the gallery does produce a lot of value in the community, attracts people. It has volunteers from outside who didn't get to vote, but could write some letters to editors, which were certainly very pro the gallery. And we hope that any kind of economic development analysis gives due regard to the kind of business that a nonprofit can go and provide. Whenever I drive into town these days from my house out by the airport, it was encouraging to see that we are a business-friendly environment, but I don't think that's limited to for-profit businesses. I believe it's nonprofits are equally good businesses that the community can be friendly with. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other members of the public who would like to speak on a non-agenda item? Going once, going twice. Okay. We do have department head report, monthly reports. Are there any questions or comments? Larry, I had one question on, I know the fees for the waterfront for, what's the word I'm looking for? Launch fees are going into effect. Do we have any kind of plan to make that more obvious to people?
We have, also we have signage that should be in before we go live to take that out.
Okay, I'm wondering if we want to send that on like the
We
text thing.
can
and
set
stuff.
it out on the text message thing. We can put it on the sign out front. We can put it on the website. So yeah, we can do all those things.
Just one thing, if there's some confusion on some of the launch fees or annual fees, the people that are putting the boats in and out, we can make sure it says annual on there. Sometimes people thinking it's for what, every time you go down there.
I didn't hear the question.
There's been some discussion about the fees for launching. And there's one on there that was at $400 or something like that. That's for one person that's annually.
No, I believe the commercial people was $300.
The commercial was $300. The resident was $50 a year. The non-resident was $100.
Yeah.
And then there's a one-time use fee of $10
A day.
a day use.
The 400 allows them to go in and out all year.
No.
So the commercial, for the
300.
commercial, yes,
300, yeah,
yes.
That's all year or one time.
all year.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what you, kind of be made clear. Some people think that that's each time they go in, it's 300.
Okay, I'll have to look at the word and make sure it's clear.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Monthly reports? Okay. Unfinished business, the rewilding project approval. Had the public hearing in the last meeting. Are there any further questions or discussion before we vote?
Are you aware? We didn't discuss that when we came in, I don't think.
I watched the,
You can see.
I watched the meetings online. I haven't been in the room, but I watched the
I
meetings.
should never do this much.
You want a motion? Sure. I move to approve the rewilding project.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
To kind of coordinate maybe with my office and we'll get this. moving.
all right, wastewater treatment plant, pump station 1 at 125 Bath Road.
You guys know this has been an ongoing problem. The previous selectman has tried to negotiate an issue on our access without success. So I need to know what you guys want me to do with this. Do you want me to continue to pursue this as a legal matter or?
Bill?
It keeps going back and forth and they're not paying attention to us. I'd like to see a letter from our attorney, a cease and desist order, and also to remove the plants that have been put in our way down there, or if they leave them, at some point, we're gonna have to cut them down to get to our equipment there. But so we're putting our employees in danger. If something happens to them, this has been brought up to them to us by the employees. It is a safety matter. If we ignore it, we're liable. And also the person that's blocking that driveway is also liable. I'd like to see it, and I'd like to see it not go registered mail, because if someone knows that's coming, like the person we had that didn't pay their property tax in 3 years, never went to the post office. I want it delivered by a police officer.
Other thoughts, questions? I feel like we've tried multiple avenues, trying to find some compromise, and none of those have worked. Yeah,
Yeah, as has been previously stated, this has been going on for several years. And it's, I think the town has done more than its due diligence. I think the town has been more than cooperative. I think it's been over backwards in order to work something out, and it's just not working. So I think it's time to be serious about it. And I'm ready to make a motion to carry out what Bill just suggested. I think it's a great idea.
so is that a formal motion?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Second.
motion been made and seconded.
I would have intervened before we had a motion here with the idea that one thing we have not done is professional mediation. We have a professional mediator available to us here. And I would like to try that before we begin to make any hostile moves. I understand that the situation is difficult and that we have bent over backwards. Yes, we have. In order to avoid legal fees, however, legal time, this is one other option that we just really haven't availed ourselves of. And I know that this, what I'm proposing would probably be in place of the motion that has just been made. I apologize for not speaking up before the motion was made.
There's nothing to mediate. There's a legal agreement in there, violating it.
I know, I know.
Doesn't have a legal leg to stand on.
It's a way of helping the other party to come to an agreement with us.
Haven't we been doing that for 6 or 8 months?
Well, a professional mediator really does have different tools available to them. I've seen very difficult situations resolved, short of having to take legal action. I'm trying to avoid bills, avoid more legal fee. I would like to try it, but if the will of the board is to go the legal route, okay.
I just feel like we need to settle the issue, and as has been said, we've been over backwards. We didn't actually have to do any of that. We could have just said from the beginning, no, take the fence down. That's it, but we chose not to, and so I'm not personally interested in going further, yes.
And I would remind you that there are 17 other pump stations in this town that if you give in on this, you're gonna have other people coming in and say, I want trees, I want fences, I want whatever.
I just, to me, why I made the motion I did is that this has been going on for such an extended period of time. And we have town employees who have to have access to that, and they're stopping their vehicles on Route 1 in all kinds of traffic, endangering themselves. And I think it's really important that we take care of our town employees and stop this hazardous situation as soon as possible. That's why I went the direction I did.
Okay, is there any more discussion or questions before we vote on the motion?
They'll move the question, so.
All right, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. All right, new business, bid opening, paving bid.
That's actually not supposed to be on here. They're not until next month, so we can cross that
okay.
off.
Bid opening, waterfront harbor master building shingling project.
It's like we got 4. Ted, when we do these from now on, we need to put a bid sheet in here, so they put stuff right out front. They don't have to search around for it. Well, I'll come back to this one if somebody wants to do some math while I'm opening the rest of them. One is from Matt Dorsey, and Matthew's total price is $10,800. This one is from Williams Construction Company from Brewer. Their bid is $7,950.
So those bids include replacing the water.
We're gonna have to go through them and see. The bid that I missed the price on is from JB Roofing Systems, and they are out of Henniker, New Hampshire. Their bid is $13,495. The final bid is from Ted Weber. And his bid is $9,300 even.
Yeah,
I would make a motion to authorize the town manager to award the bid to the lowest, most qualified.
Second.
moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Okay, Chief Hasseltine requests authorization to purchase 3 GetTac, something like that. F-110 fully rugged tablets and accessories at $18,741.66.
Motion to authorize Chief Hasseltine to purchase 3 GTAC F-110 fully rugged tablets and accessories at $18,741.66.
Second,
Oh, okay.
she got it.
They're moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Is this coming from,
So I'll tell you why I put these on the agenda instead of just going ahead and approving them myself. One, items of this size are generally discussed at budget time as capital requests and not taken from operating budgets. We did carry over 30,000 for the police department budget this year, but that was to cover what we thought would be high fuel prices and high personnel costs. We're not gonna have to touch that. He will be able to take this out of his existing budget and still come in under budget this year, but I just didn't feel that being this amount of money, that it was appropriate for me to make this decision on my own, so.
Now, I'd like to thank you, Dennis, for doing, this question in this manner, because I think I agree, when it's a large ticket item, and it's not discussed previously, I think it's important that the board are aware and that they get to vote on it. So, thank you.
any other questions or discussion? Okay, calling for a vote, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. And then request authorization to purchase 12 rifle plates from Angel Armor at $6,516.09.
Move to authorize Chief Hasseltine to purchase 12 rifle plates from Angle Armor at $6,516.09.
Second, I was gonna raise you.
Is it Angle or Angel? It's spelled each way. And,
I think
Angel,
it's Angel.
yeah, that's what it says.
Typo.
yeah, I kind of wondered about Angle Armor, didn't you?
It should be Angel.
It's Angel.
Angel.
All right, been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Ready to vote.
Okay. Motion passes 4-0. Scholarship expenditure approval for the 2023 General John and Mrs. Jeanette French Scholarship and the 2023 Lawrence B. Haggett Memorial Scholarship.
Move to expend $500 from Lawrence B. Haggett Memorial Scholarship Fund and $1,000 from the General John and Mrs. Jeanette French Scholarship to the students who meet the scholarship's criteria selected by Wiscasset High School.
Your turn.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Monthly financials, we have H.M. Payson statement accounts and May expense revenue of accounts. Any questions, comments? On either? Yes. Did you have a question, Terry?
No, I almost had a question, but I resolved it quickly.
Okay. All right, moving now to amend FY22 carry forward.
So in preparation for the 2022 audit, we had to make some adjustments in the accrued payroll. So they had to come out of the 2022 carryover funds. So we just need to restate those down a little bit.
Move to amend the funding year 2022 carry forward as requested from $310,783.81 to $302,529.19.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Bill?
No, I'm in favor.
Yeah, he's voting. I'm ready to vote
I
now.
wanted to be number one.
Seeing none, all those in favor?
You need to
Motion
move on.
passes 4-0.
Move it along.
Yeah, move along.
All right, assessor's business, property tax abatement for Creams Baking Company, personal property account 372 in the amount of $68.27. Open for motion.
Move to approve the personal property tax for Cream Baking Company, account number 372, in the amount of $68.27.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Property tax abatement for George and Samantha Humphrey, personal property account number 246 in the amount of $84.34.
Move to approve the personal property tax abatement for George and Samantha Humphrey, account number 246, in the amount of $84.34.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Town manager's report.
I don't have too much. You're gonna notice a communications trailer park out here this weekend. I granted permission for the emergency management office to do their emergency radio communication preparedness thing that they do with communicating across the globe in the event of an emergency. So they'll be parked out here all day Saturday night and Sunday. And it's open to the public. Everybody can stop by and see their equipment, ask questions. They converted an old ambulance into a communications truck, so it's kind of neat. So stop by.
Cool. Anything else?
No, marijuana ordinance is passed and is expected, the phone started ringing the next day, so we're working on, I've got an application almost put together for that. And we have people coming in Thursday to start picking them up.
Right, any other board business before we start going into executive sessions? And do we expect any kind of action after either of them?
No,
No.
but I do have to go get Zach's number calling because I see he's not online.
All right, open for motion on the first executive session.
I move, we move into, enter executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA subsection 4056E.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor? Motion passes 4-0 at 6:26 PM. Thank you all for coming.
I've always recognized that.
Yes.
Such a subsection.
So if the answer is I don't know.
One, just a check.
MRSA, name revised, yeah, name revised. Statutes annotated. And that's the way it was described to be as it was subsequent.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at the pen. I'm
Thank
also.
you.
Yeah.
It's still a good.
No, we do it.
No, the,
That's still
her-
live, so you're not-
her- her-
Oh, it's gonna be great.